Let me ask you something right now. When you look in the mirror, do your eyes look more tired than you actually feel? Dark circles, puffiness under eye bags, they can make you look exhausted, stressed, and older, even when you're doing your best to stay healthy. And the frustrating part is this: many people sleep more, buy expensive creams, and still see very little change. Today, I want to share something simple, natural, and very effective, using just 2 common home ingredients that can start making a visible difference in minutes when done correctly. Now here's the key thing to understand. Dark circles and under eye bags are not just a skin issue, they are often a signal from your body. Poor circulation, fluid retention, lack of quality sleep, excessive screen time, dehydration, and even sinus congestion can all show up right under your eyes. That skin is extremely thin, so anything going on internally becomes visible very quickly. This is why no cream will fully work if you don't address what's happening underneath. A lot of people ask, why do my eyes look swollen in the morning? During sleep, fluid redistributes in your body. If circulation is sluggish or lymphatic drainage is slow, fluid collects under the eyes. Add too much salt the night before, late night screen use, or poor sleep posture, and you wake up with puffiness and shadows. Dark circles can also appear when blood vessels under the skin become more visible due to fatigue or stress. Here's the good news: you can stimulate circulation, calm swelling, and refresh the skin quickly with the right approach. The method I'm going to show you works because it combines cooling, gentle pressure, and natural compounds that tighten the skin and improve blood flow. When done properly, many people notice their eyes look brighter and less puffy within minutes. Before we even talk about ingredients, timing matters. The best time to do this is in the morning after washing your face, or in the evening after a long day of screen use. If you do it in the morning, it helps move trapped fluid away from the under eye area. If you do it in the evening, it relaxes eye strain and supports recovery overnight. Either way, consistency is more important than force. Gentle, regular care always beats aggressive treatments. Another important factor is lifestyle. If you're not drinking enough water, your body holds onto fluid, and that shows under the eyes. If your sleep schedule is irregular, your eyes pay the price. And if you're constantly looking down at screens, blinking less and straining your eye muscles, circulation slows even more. These home remedies work best when you support them with simple habits: proper hydration, a regular sleep routine, and short breaks from screens. I also want to make this very clear. The under eye area is delicate. You never want to rub aggressively or stretch the skin. Everything we do here is light, controlled, and intentional. Think stimulation, not irritation. When people don't see results, it's usually because they press too hard or rush the process. Now let's talk about the first home ingredient, because this one is simple, powerful, and most people already have it. This ingredient works fast because it directly affects circulation and fluid buildup under the eyes. And when circulation improves, darkness softens and puffiness goes down. The first ingredient is a cold spoon soaked in chilled green tea. Here's why this works so well. Green tea contains natural compounds that help calm swelling and support healthy blood flow. When you combine that with cold temperature, you create a tightening effect on the tiny blood vessels under the eyes. This does 2 things almost immediately. It reduces the appearance of darkness by limiting visible blood pooling, and it pushes excess fluid away from the under eye area, which helps flatten bags. But technique matters. If you do this incorrectly, you won't see much benefit. First, brew a cup of green tea and let it cool completely. Then place 2 metal spoons into the tea and refrigerate them for at least 10 minutes. The spoons should be cold, not freezing. Extreme cold can shock the skin and cause redness, which we want to avoid. Once your face is clean and dry, take 1 spoon and gently place the curved side under your eye. You're not pressing. You're simply resting it there and letting gravity and temperature do the work. Hold it in place for about 30 seconds, then slowly glide it outward toward the temple using very light pressure. This outward motion follows the natural lymphatic drainage pathway, helping fluid move away from the eye area. Switch spoons when one warms up. Cold is key here. Most people will need to alternate 2 to 3 times per eye. The entire process should take about 3 to 5 minutes. And here's what people often notice: the skin looks tighter, brighter, and more refreshed almost immediately. That's because circulation is improving right in front of your eyes. Timing is important with this method. Morning use is ideal if you wake up with puffiness. Evening use is excellent if your eyes feel heavy or strained from screens. If you do this before bed, it can also help reduce next morning swelling by improving drainage before you sleep. Now let's talk about posture and breathing while you're doing this, because it actually makes a difference. Sit upright. Don't lie flat. When you sit upright, gravity helps fluid move away from the eyes instead of pooling. Take slow, deep breaths through your nose. Deep breathing improves oxygen delivery and supports circulation, which enhances the effect of the cold spoon. There's another common mistake people make. They rush. This is not something you want to do in 10 seconds. The body responds to calm, steady input. Gentle pressure, slow movement, and controlled breathing send signals to the nervous system that allow blood vessels to relax and respond properly. If you're someone who deals with sinus congestion or seasonal pressure around the eyes, this method is especially helpful. The cooling effect combined with outward movement can help relieve that heavy feeling around the eyes and nose. Many people report their eyes feel lighter and clearer right after. Now, lifestyle support is critical here. If you consume a lot of salty foods late at night, fluid retention under the eyes increases. Try to reduce salt intake in the evening and drink water earlier in the day rather than right before bed. Also, sleep position matters. Sleeping flat on your back without slight elevation allows fluid to collect under the eyes. A small elevation of the head can make a noticeable difference. Screen habits also play a role. When you stare at screens, you blink less. This strains the eye muscles and reduces circulation. Every 20 to 30 minutes, look away from your screen and blink slowly 10 times. This simple habit improves blood flow and supports everything we're doing here. One more thing I want to mention is consistency. Doing this once will give you a temporary improvement. Doing it regularly trains the area to drain fluid more efficiently. Over time, many people notice that their under eye area looks better even before they apply the spoon. Now let's move on to the second home ingredient. This one works a little differently, but when you combine it with the first method, you get both fast and lasting improvement. While the cold spoon and green tea mainly target puffiness and circulation, this ingredient focuses more on skin tone texture and the appearance of darkness. The second ingredient is raw potato juice. This may sound simple, but there's a good reason it's been used for years. Raw potato contains natural enzymes and mild brightening compounds that help reduce the appearance of dark under eye skin. It also has a gentle cooling effect and helps calm tired skin. When applied correctly, many people notice their under eye area looks more even and refreshed in just a few minutes. Here's how to prepare it properly. Take a small raw potato, wash it well, and grate it finely. Then squeeze the grated potato using a clean cloth or strainer to extract the juice. You only need a small amount. Fresh juice is important here. Don't store it for later use because its effectiveness drops quickly. Before applying anything, make sure your face is clean and dry. Take a cotton pad or clean fingertip, lightly dip it into the potato juice, and gently apply it under the eyes. You're not rubbing. You're lightly dabbing and spreading a thin layer. The goal is to let the skin absorb it, not to massage aggressively. Once applied, sit comfortably and close your eyes for about 5 to 10 minutes. This allows the natural compounds to work while the skin stays relaxed. You may feel a mild cooling sensation, which is completely normal. After the time is up, rinse gently with cool water and pat dry. Avoid hot water because heat can increase puffiness. Timing matters here too. This method works very well in the evening or before bed because it supports overnight skin recovery. It can also be used in the morning, but if you're short on time, even 5 minutes can still provide a noticeable improvement. Now let's talk about why this works beyond just the surface. Dark circles often appear darker when the skin is thin, tired, or dehydrated. Potato juice helps temporarily tighten the skin and improve its appearance by supporting better light reflection. When the skin looks smoother and more hydrated, darkness becomes less visible. Another important point is frequency. This is not something you need to do multiple times a day. 2 to 3 times per week is enough for most people. Overuse can irritate sensitive skin, and irritation always makes dark circles look worse. Less is more here. Lifestyle habits again play a major role. If your body is low on key nutrients, under eye skin struggles to recover. Make sure your diet includes leafy greens, fruits, and adequate protein. These support skin repair and circulation. Also, staying well hydrated throughout the day keeps the under eye area from looking sunken or shadowed. Sleep quality is critical. It's not just about hours, but consistency. Going to bed and waking up at the same time helps regulate circulation and fluid balance. Late nights, irregular sleep, and bright screens before bed disrupt this balance and show up under the eyes very quickly. Another simple habit that helps is eye relaxation before sleep. Close your eyes and place your palms gently over them for 1 minute. Breathe slowly and deeply. This relaxes the eye muscles and improves blood flow to the area, enhancing the effect of the remedies you've just used. When you combine the cold green teaspoon method with the potato juice application, you're addressing both puffiness and darkness from different angles. One improves drainage and circulation. The other supports skin tone and recovery. Together, they create a noticeable improvement that many people can see the same day. Now let's put everything together into a simple, effective routine. This is where most people either get great results or miss the mark. It's not about doing more, it's about doing things in the right order at the right time and with the right habits supporting it. If you're doing this in the morning, start with the cold green tea spoon method first. This is important because morning puffiness is mostly fluid related. You want to move that fluid away before applying anything else. Clean your face, sit upright, take slow breaths, and use the chilled spoons under each eye for 3 to 5 minutes. Light pressure, slow outward movement, and patience. This alone can make your eyes look noticeably less swollen and more awake. After that, if you have time, you can apply a very thin layer of potato juice for about 5 minutes, then rinse with cool water. This step helps even out the skin tone and gives a brighter appearance. If mornings are rushed, you can skip the potato juice and save it for the evening. The cold spoon method is the priority in the morning. In the evening, the routine shifts slightly. This is when the skin repairs itself. Start with a clean face, apply the potato juice gently under the eyes, and relax for 5 to 10 minutes. Rinse with cool water and pat dry. After that, you can use the cold spoon method if your eyes feel heavy or strained. Evening use helps reduce next morning puffiness by improving drainage before sleep. Now let's talk about how often to do this. The cold spoon method can be done daily, even twice a day if needed, as long as you're gentle. The potato juice should be limited to 2 or 3 times per week. More is not better. The under eye area responds best to calm, consistent care. There are also a few small adjustments that make a big difference. First, hydration timing. Drink most of your water earlier in the day. If you drink large amounts right before bed, fluid has a greater chance of settling under the eyes overnight. Second, reduce salty and processed foods in the evening. These increase water retention and show up as morning puffiness. Sleep position matters more than people realize. Try to sleep with your head slightly elevated. This doesn't mean stacking pillows high, just enough elevation to help gravity prevent fluid from pooling under the eyes. Also, try not to sleep face down, as this puts pressure on the eye area and worsens swelling. Screen habits are another key factor. Long hours of screen use strain the eye muscles and slow circulation. Make it a habit to look away every 20 to 30 minutes and blink slowly several times. This simple practice improves blood flow and reduces the tired appearance around the eyes. Stress also shows up under the eyes. When you're stressed, blood vessels constrict, circulation slows, and recovery is delayed. Even 1 or 2 minutes of slow breathing can make a difference. Breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds, out for 6 seconds. This calms the nervous system and supports healthy circulation. One thing I want to caution against is overcorrecting. Avoid harsh scrubs, aggressive massage, or too many products under the eyes. These weaken the skin barrier and make dark circles and bags more noticeable over time. Gentle, targeted care always wins. When people follow this routine consistently, they often notice not just a cosmetic improvement, but a more refreshed feeling in the eyes. Less heaviness, less strain, and better comfort throughout the day. Now let's talk about long-term results and prevention, because this is where real change happens. Home remedies can work quickly, but keeping dark circles and under eye bags from coming back requires a few consistent habits. The good news is these habits are simple and they support your overall health, not just how your eyes look. First, sleep quality is non-negotiable. Aim for a consistent sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at different times confuses your body's internal rhythm and affects circulation. Even if you sleep enough hours, irregular timing can still show up under your eyes. Try to keep your bedtime and wake up time within the same 1-hour window every day. Next, focus on hydration, but be strategic. Drink water steadily throughout the day, not all at once. Dehydrated skin looks thinner, making darkness more visible. At the same time, avoid heavy fluid intake right before bed. This balance helps reduce overnight fluid buildup under the eyes. Nutrition plays a bigger role than most people realize. Foods rich in antioxidants such as leafy greens and fruits support healthy circulation and skin repair. Adequate protein is also important because the skin under the eyes is delicate and needs proper building blocks to stay firm. When nutrition is lacking, the under eye area is often one of the first places to show it. Sun exposure is another hidden factor. The skin under the eyes is very thin and easily affected by sunlight. Too much sun can darken the area over time. When you're outdoors, protect your eyes with sunglasses. This not only shields the skin, but also reduces squinting, which strains the eye muscles and worsens tired appearance. Eye strain is something many people ignore. Long hours on phones and computers reduce blinking and slow circulation. Make a habit of resting your eyes throughout the day. Look into the distance, blink slowly, and relax your face. These small breaks keep blood flow moving and prevent that heavy, tired look from building up. Consistency is what turns quick results into lasting improvement. You don't need to do everything every day. Choose a routine you can maintain. The cold spoon method daily, the potato juice a few times a week, good sleep, proper hydration, and reduced screen strain. That combination is powerful over time. It's also important to have realistic expectations. These methods can significantly reduce puffiness and soften the appearance of dark circles, especially those caused by fatigue, fluid retention, and lifestyle habits. They won't completely change genetic factors, but even then, most people notice their eyes look healthier, brighter, and more awake. Finally, remember this: your eyes reflect what's happening inside your body. When you support circulation, rest, hydration, and calm, the under eye area responds naturally. There's no need for harsh treatments or expensive products. Simple, consistent care often works best. If you found this helpful, make it part of your daily routine. Small actions done regularly create visible change. Your eyes will thank you for it.